Joseph. You're watching Rolling Slow Media, and this is Petro's 992 GT3 Touring.
Hi.
Thank you so much
That's okay.
for coming on the channel and bringing what's got to be the sickest car. You know what, I always say this every time someone brings a car on the channel. It's because I get better and better cars. Not saying that the cars ain't any better, but it's like I'm getting the opportunity to meet people with cars that I love.
Yeah.
And every car I've had on the channel, I love.
It's like a bucket list of cars.
It literally is.
Picking them all off one by one.
And so you brought a GT3 Touring.
We did.
Which is basically a GT3 without the rear wing.
Basically,
right? Yeah.
Mechanically exactly the same.
I did a little bit of research on these cars because I didn't want to come into this one like ill-prepared. You know, it's like, I've got an opportunity to talk to an owner of a GT3 Touring. I need to get my facts straight.
Okay.
So
tell me what you know.
All right, exam time.
Exactly.
So the GT3 Touring is basically the GT3. So it has everything, all the internals are the same as the GT3.
That's correct.
Minus the wing, a few exterior styling changes. Like I think the GT3 has a black bumper.
That's right, this one's
and
body
yours
coloured.
is body coloured.
Yeah.
And these are pushing out around 510 bhp.
Yeah, 510 PS. I think it's 503 in old horsepower, 510 in new horsepower.
Yeah.
And 9,000 RPM it goes up.
Is that what it revs to?
Yeah, it revs to
that's
9,000
what it
RPM,
revs to,
which is kind of insane.
Yeah. And 0 to 60 comes in at around 3.8 seconds.
A little bit less than that. That's
I guess Porsche kind of play it down, don't they?
I've seen it as low as, I think Carwell timed it at like 2.9, which is a bit insane. But I think it's about 3.5.
So I guess one of my questions because the thing about these cars is like, I feel like Porsche, if Porsche made hot sauce like Nando's, right?
Yeah.
The base Carrera would be like the lemon and herb. I don't know, like I don't know if everyone eats at Nando's, I do. And then like the super hot sauce would be like the GT3 RS.
Yeah.
So then like where you reckon the GT3, the GT3 is probably like hot sauce.
Yeah.
But then you have the GT3 Touring, so it's kind of the same, but I guess not as hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into my peppers too. This is like an Encona. So it's pretty hot, but you can still buy it in a bottle. It's not homemade.
Like Caribbean hot sauce.
Yeah, it's like a Caribbean hot sauce. It's a Scotch bonnet, let's say. It's a Scotch bonnet. But yeah, I guess it's one below the RS. The RS is the daddy with the huge wing.
Yeah.
A few more horsepower. But yeah, it is a racing car for the road, right? Really.
What made you go for the GT3 Touring over the GT3?
So I've always liked there's a car called a 911R, which is basically a race car without a wing as well. And I've always liked a 911R, but you can't buy a 911R anymore. It's for love or money there. And if you do, it's £300,000, right? So they're really rare. And I've always liked the kind of shape of the GT3 without the wing.
Right.
Just really like that. But I've always really liked the noise of the R.
Yeah.
So this is what I was trying to do. I was trying to get a 911 that sounded and looked like an R.
Yeah.
And went like an R. And I guess this is why they built the Touring. They built the Touring to kind of replicate the R for I say the everyman to buy, but for some people to buy who know people at Porsche. Yeah. So that was it. And I've for a long time, for years, I've looked at the R and I thought that's such a beautiful car, and I really want one. And when the opportunity came, I just took it. I have to have it.
So did you buy this direct from Porsche? Did you spec it at Porsche?
I didn't spec it. I bought it from Porsche directly though, and it had 200 miles on it.
Right.
So I paid a bit more
more than you
would have paid if it was stock. But you know what? That's fine because I didn't have to buy 5 Porsches or 10 Porsches and a watch from Porsche to buy it. So
when you was looking for a GT3 Touring, did you have a specific spec in mind then? Was you like, I want it to be this crayon grey, I wanted, you know, this sort of setup, or were you kind of flexible? It's like, I don't care, I just want a GT3 Touring.
Yeah, I was flexible. There are a few colours I didn't like. I think there's a Ruby Star and a few other colours I didn't like. But this one, it was a combination of the exterior and the interior, because it's got like an exclusive manufacturer interior as well. So I think some people call this the Stormtrooper spec.
It does kind of look, I can see.
Yeah, so and I like the black and the white, and I wanted the carbon seats, and it's pretty much got every option ticked on this car, including puddle lights and everything. So it was a bit of a no-brainer, really, when it came. I like the idea of a sleeper. I mean, it's not much of a sleeper.
I was about to say how Porsches aren't really sleepers.
Yeah, my son tells me I'm deluding myself. It's not really a sleeper at all, you know. But
it just doesn't look like an all-out track.
That's right.
Animal.
That's right. And you can park it up somewhere, and unless you know. It's one of those cars, if you know, you know, right? And otherwise, it's just a 911. And I really, really like that. I can just take it to places, and it's just a 911, and I can park it up and fine. So yeah, it kind of ticked all the boxes. It's a quite a rare car, but it's also something that you can. I daily this. I daily this.
I can see why. I wouldn't drive anything else. I'll be down to Tesco's. I'll be dropping the kids off to school. I'm sure the kids will be happy as well.
Just try to squeeze them in the back.
There's no back seats.
No.
Don't worry, kids. Just lie down.
You'd have to curl them up in the back and then uncurl them out at the school gates. But yeah, you would. You'd be out every, by 1 pint of milk at a time, just back and forward.
So I drove the GTS.
Yes.
And I think they've got the same style seats.
Yeah, you can get the buckets in it.
And I'll tell you what I like and I don't like about these seats. Getting in them is horrible.
Yeah, there's no, you can't get in gracefully, can you?
Yeah, exactly. You sort of have to like fall in.
Yeah, I climb out on all fours now.
But once you're in, like they're the most huggable seats I've ever sat in.
They're super comfortable, aren't they, when you're in them? But it's
until you try to get out.
And don't do it when anyone's looking, right? Because you just look crazy. But yeah, they're really supportive. You know, they keep you in the spot. And you mentioned they are quite upright. Because they don't recline.
But I guess that's sort of your sort of racing position, right? You don't see people drive, sitting like that.
They do. There is one bit of an electric adjustment. It rocks, so you can rock it, but the whole thing rocks rather than just the back bit going down. But yeah, I mean, I love their seats. I really do.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
Yeah.
I think if there was one thing I would add on the GT3 Touring,
a wing.
I was going to say that. I think they should have the ducktail.
Oh yeah, so they have a Sport Classic, right? I don't know if you've ever seen a 911 Sport Classic. Yeah, that's true. So that's a Turbo S with a wing and rear wheel drive. So that's a really nice car as well. But yeah, ducktail. You a ducktail man then? You're a fan of?
You know what it is? Okay, I think when the 992 came out, people were quite a bit Marmite about the rear end, didn't it?
That's true.
Don't know if I like it or not. And then when the whole rear wing comes up, it's a bit, I don't know if I like it or not. I think it's one of these things that has to grow in you.
Yeah, agreed.
But I think an option should have been a ducktail on the GT3 Touring. I think that would look so good.
I think it would. I think a ducktail would really work.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the wing version has a small ducktail. I don't know if you know
Yes, it does.
And then it has the wing, right?
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, what would it look like without the actual big wing? It's just a small wing. Left on its own.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe that's something that Porsche could, if they're watching,
Porsche, if you're watching,
Stuttgart,
that's what we need. Can we get a ducktail, please?
Yeah, ducktail version of the GT3 Touring.
Can you imagine?
So what exhaust have you got on this? Because that's like the only mod that you've done on this car.
So this has
due to warranty reasons, am I even allowed to say that you've modified it?
Yeah.
He hasn't modified it.
No, nothing at all. There is no JCR titanium exhaust on this car.
That doesn't add any extra horsepower at all. No.
Maybe a little bit. But again, that was to change the sound a little bit, because they sound great, right? From factory, they sound great. But the R just had a little bit more of a pep, and the JCR exhaust just gives it. It's not necessarily it's not necessarily louder, but it just changes the tone a bit and makes it a little bit more.
Do you find yourself, especially around these sort of country hills and valleys, like just blipping on on the downshift just to get the exhaust.
Couldn't possibly say officer. 30 all the way.
Yeah, 30 in first gear.
Yeah, exactly. No, you do. I think I read somewhere or saw on a video somewhere, someone said the engine on this is like a musical note, or like a musical instrument. You can play it like an instrument, and you can go through different, different tones as your. Well, you'll see when you drive it, right? You'll see.
Yes. So, oh my God! Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to taking this out. Again, it's a bit of a childhood, an adulthood dream to drive this car. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm here, guys. I've got the opportunity to take this for a spin and give my honest review.
Fantastic. So, hope you like it.
Thank you so much for coming on the channel. And
thank you. Yeah, pleasure.
I look forward to seeing you again and checking out your other cars.
What else we've got, right? Yeah.
Oh,
fantastic.
Mate, thanks a lot, bro.
Pleasure.
Cheers, man. Nice. Honestly, sick. Oh, I'm so happy, man.
Oh, good.
So we're inside the GT3 and I can instantly feel the difference between the GT3 and the GTS. Like, this is really solid. Like, it feels like a race car, basically. It feels like a really refined, toned back race car. I'm doing about 60. And the front just feels really like kind of darty. Like, obviously I don't want to give it too much left to right lock, but it's nice and grippy. There's a definite difference between this and the GTS. I can tell you that for sure. The cabin feels just as nice. I really like the use of carbon fiber, and I've noticed that they've got this nice textured effect on the dash. But I'm just as paranoid about driving this as I was the GTS, because they're both rear-wheel drive and at any moment it will throw you into the bush if you don't take your time with it. So yeah, I'm just going to take it easy on this one. But it's so hard not to. Like, I really want to give it the beans, you know? Okay, I'm on a bit of a straight now. Oh, that is nice. Like, it is super slippery outside, but it is holding. Like, I found with the GTS that you gave it a little bit too much throttle. You could feel the back end spinning. This doesn't feel too bad. All right, let's give it a little bit. Definitely didn't want to throw me sideways. Whoa! Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, if you get it straight. No, it won't turn, it won't spin you. Let's give it some more. Yeah, that is nice. That exhaust is so good. I definitely feel like I've got more confidence pushing this than the GTS. The GTS definitely wanted to spin out a bit more. It's the blips though, man, it's the blips. Check this thing. I don't know how long it's going to take for the smile on my face to wear off, but it's definitely going to be stuck for a long time. So yeah, guys, if you ever get an opportunity to experience one of these, take it. It's such an awesome car. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. Anyway, let's just pull in here and not hit the curb. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe, and if you know people who have cars like this and I can do reviews, I would love to do reviews on them. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Put it into park. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.
How was that?
I can't even speak. Dude.